Just 4 years after Juneteenth became recognized as a federal holiday, many celebrations around the nation are being forced to scale back or even cancel events. And many are blaming this on President Trump's ban on DEI programs. And the federal rollback is trickling down to local communities. Nonprofit Cooper Family Foundation grappling with that fallout, losing a $25,000 federal grant they used to put on their Juneteenth event in San Diego. Their celebration draws people from all over Southern California, but they say this year's event will look different. So I'd like to welcome in Sidney Cooper Jr., a family member with the Cooper Family Foundation. Sidney, thank you so much for giving us some of your time today. First of all, what does your foundation's Juneteenth celebration consist of this year, and how is that different from years past?
Well, it consists of a program of education for Juneteenth. We have live music. We have food. One of the staples of our celebration is feeding the homeless, or anybody comes can get a bag lunch. That's going to be scaled down a little bit in terms of the free food that we're able to offer. Donations, have been down. Like you said, we lost that $25,000 grant, so that really put a hit into our budget. So we're going to see probably a little bit less in terms of our entertainment that we usually have on schedule. We usually run 2 stages. We'll still run 2 stages, but we won't have some of the key acts that we had before.
Yeah, and $25,000 for a nonprofit organization certainly can be extremely significant. When did you find out about the cuts in your federal funding?
We found out about 3 or 4 months ago. We found out that we weren't getting that funding.
And we know Juneteenth is
so
now
part of that is.
Oh, go ahead, Sidney. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying we knew that once we knew that, as our family, we've been celebrating Juneteenth for over 60 years, and so that was a tradition of my mother and father. In order to keep it going, family members have come out of pocket to try to cover some of the shortfall.
You know, and Sidney, Juneteenth is now a federal holiday, but now federal funding is being cut. Do you think the fact that it's actually a federal holiday should potentially be taken more into consideration?
Absolutely. Should be. I mean, that's what my father fought for all his life, is to make this a federal holiday. I mean, he had preached that from the inception. My father's from Redbird, Oklahoma, and he just made it a tradition in San Diego with our family to celebrate. And so, yeah, I think it being a federal holiday, absolutely, it should be a consideration in terms of federal funding and support of the Juneteenth celebration.
And Sidney, last question for you. What would your message to President Trump be if you could speak with him directly?
Oh, man. This is like the 4th of July for all of us, for all Americans. And a lot of people don't realize that, but it took everyone from every community to make this day happen. And I would just tell him that he should treat it as a federal holiday, and not something that he's calling DEI or whatever. I believe it's a federal holiday, that it's a celebration for everybody. Everybody had a hand in freeing the enslaved. And we get people from all communities. And so that's the biggest thing there is we have diversity, equity, inclusion in this actual celebration. And so I would tell him to please rethink his funding of DEI and funding for nonprofits who want to do good in the community.
And I know that good will continue, federal funds or not. Sidney Cooper Jr., thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.